working on it.
I love that we are already at like that. We're just like we're there already. It's actually pretty good. Well, thank you for this.
Oh, sure.
Sure. It's a beautiful place.
I didn't realize how large they made it.
Yeah, when they did the upgrades.
I was there for 36 years.
Those upgrades.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Crazy good.
And the services are 7:30,
I know.
and then
It's a little late.
Nick right after.
I know.
Oh, your temple was nice. Huh?
Yeah, it was 7. It's good. 7 was good. Yeah.
What was your audience that we had? 700 families.
Yeah, they always did. But it was.
It looks like Bethel is not in the health services at FAU.
Well, yeah, there's so many satellites and systems and spaces and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Did you finally get your furniture? Oh. Quite expressive. It's a ball basement.
That's good. We did. Shabbat shalom. I'll see you soon. I'm gonna forget. Everything's all open. The stuff in the bin, the stuff Vicky. So nice of you. Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
It is very nice to be with you on this Erev Shabbat. So I lived here, and then I left and came back. This is not normal heat. So this is like, you know how like we joke and say it's a dry heat when people say it's really hot here? Yeah, this is just hot. So this is like when we don't get to make the joke to people and be like, it's a dry heat. No, it's just ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's like the scale going through the thing. You know how sometimes they have the little, like the digital things behind them when they're showing you the thing, and this like the sun is sweating. You know, I feel like the sun is sweating. Someone said, I don't get it. And someone says like the weather is cooling, so tomorrow's going to be 116. So I feel like I could do a whole bit on this right now on the thing, but we're not going to do that. It's not a good idea. I'm not going to do If you don't know us up here, that is Jordana Matlock right there. Woo, yay! And she is, I keep introducing you to the instrument as well. It is an auto harp, and so it's pretty great and fabulous. It's lovely, and I like to make up what's a mixture of every week. This time it's a mixture of unicorns and princesses. So it's a variation of different instrument, and she's quite the master with it, having only picked it up not so long ago. So it's very, very nice. So even though you might be warm, take a second, look around you, say hello to someone you don't know. Don't just say hello to someone you do know, because you're going to do that first. But actually turn around for a second and talk to someone you don't know, and say Shabbat Shalom to them, and ask them how they are for a minute or two. Introduce yourself. It's good. It's good they're talking. It's good that they should talk a little bit. It's good. It's good. It's good about the talking. It's good. How many people started first talking to someone that they do know and kind of made the joke, like, "Oh, hello, did you do that? Did you do that first?" Yeah, people do that always first, and then you're like, "Okay, I'll say hi to someone I don't know." Oh yeah, who followed the directions? Who actually talked immediately to someone they didn't know? Thank you for the 7 of you who did that. That was very nice. It's nice. We'll continue our service. Welcome to Laura Miller up to the Bima from our board here at Solel. She has some announcements for you for this warm Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm Laura Miller, member of Temple Solel Board of Trustees. We're so glad to have you here tonight, and for those of you zooming in, welcome. Oh, hi. Please don't forget to renew your membership if you haven't done so already. Torah study will be held tomorrow morning from 9 to 10 in person, and it serves as a minyan for anyone saying Kaddish. There'll be coffee and bagels. Save the date. August 14th will be our Raker Religious School Welcome Back Family Shabbat Service. Woo. We hope to see everyone at Temple Solel that evening. Extreme heat is a growing threat in Arizona. To combat this, Arizona Faith Network operates 17 heat relief centers located in high-risk areas, providing life-saving resources, respite, hydration, cooling, and safe refuge for those in need. Collection bins are located in the Temple Solel lobby. Please consider donating through August. New suggestion box is located in our lobby. Your voice matters. We're listening. Share your ideas, your hopes and dreams for Temple Solel. We're always striving to grow, learn, and evolve, to deepen our spirit of connection and collaboration. We're introducing a new Kvetch and Kvel box for complaints and compliments. Look for the Kvetch and Kvel box. It's actually, if you know where all the drinks are, when it's over near there. It's also known as a suggestion box. So it's hanging on the wall in our lobby. Anonymous notes are welcome. Tzedakah is going to the Foundation for Jewish Camp. The Foundation for Jewish Camp invests in young people because they are the Jewish future. The foundation grows, supports, and strengthens the Jewish camp movement, providing opportunities for individual growth, building community, and strengthening connections to Judaism. Our weekly e-news and our Friday service handout both contain opportunities to engage in the life of Solel. Take a moment to read it, get involved in any activity that appeals to you, and be sure to check for updates as we have many new events coming up soon. And a reminder, be aware of your surroundings, make yourself aware of the exits, and remember, if you see something, say something. To make sure we can all enjoy Shabbat together in peace, please take a moment to verify that your cell phone and other electronics are silenced and put away in a pocket or purse, and let's welcome Shabbat together. Shabbat Shalom.
That was the first round of announcements for you. We're now going to bring up several other board members to share with you another long list of announcements. So that was a lot of stuff. You did really well. We're going to continue with the lighting of Shabbat candles. So please, in your Sidurim, turn to page 2. You should all have a Sidur. You should be comfy with your Sidur, Hebrew, English, transliteration, all of those in the pages. So you shouldn't be able to get lost too badly throughout our service. Page 2, we're going to invite Vicky and Louis up here to light our Shabbat candles on page 2 once again. Now that our candles are lit, we can officially let go of this past week and hopefully move into a lovely and peaceful and restful Shabbat ahead of us. 25 hours of that extra maybe nap that you might take, or a little extra challah that you're gonna eat, and we can further sweeten that time together with the words of Kiddush. That can be found in your Sidurim on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon nechilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikraye kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu bacharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Amen. Chaim. And now that our candles are lit and we have had a little sip of wine, a collective communal sip of wine, and sweetening our Shabbat, we can now move into a small section of singing our psalms, traditional on Kabbalat Shabbat, the idea of bringing in the Shabbat bride into our midst. We get to do that every single Shabbat. We get to also connect with psalms throughout various times of our lives and life cycles in a bunch of various moments. But tonight, we are going to continue with Psalm 96, which can be found on page 13. Continue in a moment with the pinnacle of Kabbalat Shabbat, the pinnacle, if you will, of this section of Psalms that brings us into Shabbat with joy and happiness. That is Lecha Dodi. If you're looking through the pages right now, you can start going, pages 20 and 21. I've been talking about my good friend Shlomo Halevi a little bit, but today I want to just mention something I mentioned really quickly on my first Shabbat here, which is the shape of the challah, which often changes. So if you know challah changing, you know that certain holidays bring certain forms of challah on certain days. There's even a special one we'll talk about someday, but you can also research it on something called the World Wide Web. I think you have access to that now. You can research. Sometimes you actually make a challah into the shape of a key, actually, for some special Shabbatot. But on this Shabbat, my guess is, I haven't looked under there yet, but my guess is that it is in the shape of a braid. And so we talked about this on my first Shabbat here, that sometimes some people say that the challah shape of the braid represents the bride. Imagine this long braid as she walks down this aisle in this beautiful moment of holiness and sanctity for family, for community, for bride and groom. And so as we continue with the words of Lecha Dodi, again on 20 and 21, maybe think of that beautiful moment that we're going to stand in it. We're going to stand at some point, and we're going to turn towards the door, and we're going to look, and we're going to pretend that this bride shows up and spends these 25 hours with us, because her presence sort of makes us feel better. And if you've been to a wedding, usually, most weddings, make you really happy, and you feel really, really joyous. Not those weddings where you're like, oh, we got to go to that wedding. But the weddings that are really uplifting and lovely and fabulous. And so as you stand and look at the door, not now, I'll tell you when, welcome in the Shabbat bride, I hope you feel that in your hearts now and through these 25 hours of this elated connection to this bride entering into our space and into our community. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we get to 9, we'll stand and face the door to officially bring the bride into our presence. 20 and 21. Here we go.
Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki bekor habracha hamerosh mekedem nesucha sof ma'aseh v'machshavat Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela hitoreri kiva orech kumi shir daberi kevod Adonai alachem negilah lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela Aboi v'shalom ateret bala gam v'simcha uvotzola tov emunei am segula moichala lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Please be seated. We continue now with Chatzi Kaddish, which can be found on page 26 in your Sidurim. 26.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yamadu racharutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael ba'agala ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'meru. Amen. Yehei shmei Yitbarach, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, Vitpa'ar, Vitromam, Vitnaseh, Vithadar, Vitale, Vithalal, Shemei Kudusha, Brihu, Leila Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Damin Ran Ve'alma V'meru. Amen.
Although our work week is busy, we sometimes get into the rut of the week. Maybe we just know what's coming. We know what's on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. It's the same pattern over and over and over and over. And so even though we are working, sometimes we're just in that mode of what's happening next, day after day after day. And so this moment right now for us is a chance to wake ourselves up from that dull week, if you will. This is the moment where we can wake up and think to ourselves, wow, this is another week I have a chance to do this. Shabbat is this gift. Some commentary says that Shabbat is actually 1/60th of the Garden of Eden, that we get this gift every single week. And if you're not prepared for it, and you're not looking for it, and you're not thinking about it, then we miss these 25 hours. And so I hope that you're awake, and I hope that you're focused, and I hope that you appreciate the fact that we can move into this space together as we continue on page 28, and together we stand.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Do you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yadadai-dai-dai, 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 yadadai-dai.
Let's together thank God for making nights on the top of page 31 in the English together. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars, creator of the tide of time and night. You guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course to eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. We continue on page 34 and 35.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto
seated. We continue V'ahavta on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם amen.
Top of page 39. Let's read that together. Standing on the parted shores of history was to believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. There's no way to get from here to there except by and marching together on page 40. Let's continue at the top of page 43, and let's read that small paragraph at the top of the page together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, and may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai. הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים השכיבנו, right on that same facing page 42.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
And we transition from the blessings that we get from God of taking care of us on moments when we're resting and sleeping and taking care of us and taking care of our foes for us and all that beautiful language that's connected to Hashkivenu that we just sang together, and move into appreciation of Shabbat with Veshamru on page 44.
Beshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, lasot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, lasot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini ubein b'nei Yisrael, oti leolam. Beshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, lasot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, lasot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vaynafash, shavat vaynafash, shavat vaynafash. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, lasot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, lasot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam.
We now think of those in our community who are in need of healing, physical, emotional, or spiritual healing. We think of Kit Kasich, Myra Greenberg, Marilyn Carson, Sandra Levitt, Norma Suckle, Mark Rodman, Lois Berman, Jay Berman, Elizabeth Potter, Meredith Adams, Allison Wasserman, Shira Chasa Bat Auden Versterna, Adi Braun Cohen, Jessica Bovey, Len Ballin, Valerie Piazza, Warren Nan Spicer, Bruce Rose, Adam Taylor, Judy Boyle, Denise Cosgrove, Sylvia Villa, Jacob Hardy, Mara Baum, Carol Brillman, William Nostrala, Darren Charney, Linda Korer-Studnicka, Gabby Meinspeiser, Jeff Parker, Bella Kazin, Andrea Eisen, Elaine Sabin, Rochelle Cunningham, Rachel Bat Esther, Andy Wagenbach, Lillian Fox, Ellen Angel, Michelle Philman, Chuck Pishko, Ali Goldstein. To those names, we add any name that you'd like to add at this time.
us a perfect healing. Bring peace to all our days. El na refana la, refana lanu. El na refana la, refana lanu. Restore our strength of body. Help clarify our minds. Refresh our tired spirits. Rejuvenate our lives. El na refana la, refana lanu. El na refana la, refana lanu. Thank you for all these blessings throughout our days and nights. We celebrate the journey, this precious gift of life. El na refana la, refana lanu. El na refana la, refana lanu. El na refana la, refana lanu. El na refana la, refana lanu.
We continue now with the Amidah, which can be found on page 46 in your Siddurim, page 46, and together we stand.
Adonai tzifatai tiftach ufi yagi techilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Be'elhei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Ve'Hanorah El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasei Avot V'imaot, Umevi Gula Lifnei V'nechem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Umagin. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol, Atavra lehoshiach, Morid hatam. Mechachel chaim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim. Somet noflim berofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umechayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, Melech memit umechaye umatzkia Yeshua v'ne'eman ata lehayot hakol. Baruch ata Adonai mechaye hakol. ata kadosh shimchat kadosh ukadoshim bechol yom behalu hasela Baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
We take some time now for our own silent prayers, thoughts, and reflections, beginning here on page 52 through page 62. Whenever you're finished, please be seated.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Orei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
So I have a question for you, and that is, besides the great kitchens in which some of you, maybe all of you, make delicious breads, and some of them I have tasted, so thank you for sharing those breads with me. Other than in your home, raise your hand if you're comfortable and tell me, where do you go to get your bread? Like a good bread, like not like the bread from, Safeway in the bag, but like a good bread, like it's warm and hot. And where do you get your bread? And anyone, where? Shout it out. Yes? Arizona Bread Company. Thank you very much. It's delicious. Yeah, I love it. New York Bagels. It's very nice. Thank you. Yes. Where? Costco. I was waiting for Costco. It had to be Costco. So thank you. Yes, Costco. Where else? Chompies. Nice. Thank you. Chompies.
Noble.
Chompies. Yes. Arizona Bread Company. Nice. Okay. Excellent. Yes. Sammy Sweets. Wow. Thank you. She's only open on Saturdays? This ends the service, everyone. This is where we're going. Thanks for coming, and Shabbat Shalom. We're going to go and find this. Thank you. Okay, great. Any other bread sources that you say is Oh, AJ's. I figured AJ's and Casa were going to come up for sure. Was that? Lior. Oh, yeah, Lior the baker. That's right. Yeah, I heard that. My son is named Lior. He is not the baker. But yeah, yes. A Wildflower has really nice bread. But do you go there for the bread, or you just end up eating the bread there? Both. All right. Yeah. But it's very good bread. I do like a nice Wildflower. The main reason for me moving back to Arizona was for Wildflowers. So I'm just kidding. So nice. We've identified some breads. Now tell me, what is your favorite kind of bread? You know, like is it like your favorite? What's your favorite kind of bread? Go ahead. Let me know. Was it? New York rye. Like we have to fly there and get rye. Are you buying us a ticket for us to go to? But New York rye. Okay, great. Other favorite bread types. Pumpernickel. I like a good pumpernickel. Thank you. Challah. Nice. I had this conversation with the preschool this morning. Who likes just regular challah? Good old classic challah. Who likes, you can put your hands down, who puts raisins in their challah? Why? Why would you do such a thing to a perfect object? I asked the kids this morning, who likes chocolate chips in their challah? Nice. All the hands went up with the kids this morning. How about challah French toast made on Shabbat morning? Yes. And here's my favorite. Challah French toast made in the morning by somebody else. That is my favorite bread of all breads of all time. If you ask me, challah French toast in the morning, Shabbat morning, by someone else. Perfect. That would be amazing. I'll give you my address, and we will expect it all with challah French toast. Okay, so lots of breads. My favorite bread, thank you for asking, is sourdough, other than challah, so thank you very much. But I really haven't met a bread that I don't like. Any gluten-free people, by the way, that we just tortured with that? I'm sorry about that. There's keto bread, right? There's gluten-free breads, so I don't want to leave you out. I don't want to leave out. That's a terrible thing to do. So, okay, so lots and lots of breads. And by the way, to connect to this week's Torah portion, because you knew I was going to do that eventually, is these are more choices of breads than the Israelites could have imagined at this moment. Because they are, where are they? Where are the Israelites physically right now? Nowhere. Yes, they're in the desert. They can maybe see somewhere off in the distance the parched part of the promised land, but they are in the sand. So they are nowhere. And yet, this week's Torah portion, there's an interesting line. A Torah portion, by the way, this week is called Ekev. It's in the book of Deuteronomy. And Moses has this famous line. I'm going to read it to you right from the text. It says, human beings do not live on bread alone, but by every utterance that comes from the mouth of God. Read it again. Human beings do not live on bread alone, but by every utterance that comes from the mouth of God is the next week's Torah portion. So that's odd, again, an odd thing to say for Moses and the people who spent 40 years worrying about their next meal. And so now the sentence says, we're talking about this bread in front of them, or what does that mean? So Moses, in my opinion, isn't saying bread doesn't matter, or bread does matter. I think as Jews, we can say that bread matters tremendously for us. It does to me. When we braid it, or we eat it, or there's challah, or the recipes, or with the raisins, or with the French toast. But I think what Moses is asking more deeply is, what are we really living on? That is, I think, what he's asking the Israelites. What are we really living on? Because although sourdough is delicious and it can feed our stomachs, it can't repair a relationship. It can't repair a situation. It can't repair a mistake or a feeling or a sense or a way to fulfill a mitzvah. These things don't just come from that kind of bread. A warm loaf of challah can comfort us, but it can't tell you where you are in your life or how you're doing. A bagel may get you through Torah study, and don't worry, there are bagels tomorrow at Torah study, don't you worry. But if it won't help you become more patient or more grateful or more compassionate, then it's really just a piece of dough. There are some hungers that no bakery and no delicious baked item can ever really satisfy, no matter what. And so that satisfaction and our appreciation for special moments, I think, not only reflects on this moment in Shabbat for us, but it's been a rough couple of weeks in the Jewish text. If you're following along what's happening in the Torah, it's been rough. Moses knows he's going to die. Moses is reflecting on the fact that he's going to die, and the second he stops speaking during his 37-day-long speech, which is what he's giving right now, the second he stops speaking, he knows that he's going to die. So it's been very, very rough. The weeks just before we entered this book, by the way, there were all these internal wars and all these internal quarrels that were happening, and so the Torah has been very, very difficult. And even the holidays have been complicated on a roller coaster for us. A few weeks ago, I don't know if you remember, we talked about this, was Tisha B'Av, which is the 9th day of the month of Av, which on the Jewish calendar is the saddest day of all for the entirety of the Jewish people, because it's the same day that both temples fell, years and years apart. First temple in 586, second temple in 70. And so it was a treacherous day, and the roller coaster then switches in Av, because we're still in the month of Av, to Tu B'Av, which is like the Jewish Valentine's Day, by the way. So there's just all this joy. So turmoil back and forth and back and forth. And so Moses has to balance all of this, and also the hunger of the Israelites, but realizing that this Torah portion is not necessarily talking about the actual bread. And also there's Shabbat, of course, this moment. This moment of moments that as actually is surrounded and focused on bread because of the challah. And so not because we're looking for another slice of bread, but because we're looking for something that nourishes the part of us that doesn't necessarily show up on a nutritional label. We're looking for something a little bit deeper. We come here for the music. We come here for our friendships and our prayers, hopefully for some beautiful moments of Torah, for Shabbat conversations. Those are the true things that sustain a life. Maybe that's why we have challah at the end of the service. The bread reminds us and asks ourselves, what else am I feeding with this week? What am I going to feed myself this week? Not just the challah. So we'll take a piece of the challah, it'll connect us to Shabbat, but then it'll remind us, what are we going to be feeding ourselves? Ourselves, our friends, our community, what are we going to be doing in that way? So because if all of us are nourishing this way, then maybe hunger is physical and not connective. But if we also feed our spirit and not just our body, our relationships and our gratitude and our sense of purpose, then we've discovered, I think, what exactly Moses was trying to tell us, which is that we don't live on bread alone. We live on what gives the bread and our lives true meaning. Shabbat Shalom. We are going to now continue with Aleinu, which can be found on page 282, so big page jump in your Sidurim, 282, and we're going to be in the top paragraph of 282, and together we stand.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, la tekedu la ve'otzer breshit, שניאות השמיים וחוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכונת עוזו בכוכב מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at the season in years past, and those whom drawn into our hearts with our own. Zichronam livracha. May their memories be for a blessing. We think within the year of Sarah Ransom, Toby Friedman, Dr. Sheldon Manspizer, and Lenore Rose. And our yortzais that occur for us this week: Dorothy Abish, Stephen Becker, Chaim Bendov, Howard Berkowitz, Tilly Berman, Yefin Brigadier, Elias Buckman, Richard Sobos, Helen Epstein, Abe Glazer, Teresa Grossman, Thenius Jacobs, Dick Jacobs, Harry Jaffe, Ida Jones, Sarah Konevsky, Irving Kaplan, Von Kaufman, Sylvia Levine, Carrie Lukowitz, Leela Marburger, Nathan Metz, Yetta Minnis, Joseph Polanski, Erwin Racine, Tulla Rosenhirsch, Max Rosenstock, Albert Rothschild, B. Rubin, Rachel Simon, Morris Splaver, Myra Stort, Solomon Superfun, Alfred Weber, Sonia Wolshin, Michael Ziegler. To those names, we add any name that you'd like to add at this time. Kadisha Tom, Mourner's Kaddish, can be found on page 294. 294. Yitgadal v'kadash shemei rabbah, b'almad yivrach riuteh v'amlich malchuteh, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'gala v'zman kariv v'imru, Amen. Shmei rabbah mavorach leolam ulmei olmaya, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקדושה בריחו אלא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. שלמה רבה מן שמיה חיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael ve'imru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, as together we say, Amen. Please be seated. If you are under the age of bar or bat mitzvah, come join us on the bima for motzi under the age of bar or bat mitzvah. Come on, get a little challah. We talked about challah during the service. It's plain, don't worry. require a bar mitzvah anyone? No? No? All right. We got someone who's, that's okay. That's fine. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
It's for you, buddy. It's for you. Go ahead. There you go. One kid gets the challah. That's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
Good.
I should have gotten you a piece. Next time I'll get you a piece.
Darn. Next time.
Next time I'll get you a piece. All right. We conclude with Im Tirtzu, which is on page 340, if you want to join us. 340, and it's the second to last little paragraph on 340. Second to last little paragraph on 340 is how we're going to conclude on this Erev Shabbat together.
Eretz